What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I wanted to go ahead and discuss a couple of different stats that just recently released over on Twitter regarding Modern Warfare 3 Season 3, between the Battle Pass, specifically Black Cell, and also the stats on the player counts in Modern Warfare 3. And I think that there's some similarities here, but at the same time, I do want to discuss how, once again, we have kind of failed as a community, and just, we continuously prove to Activision that, yes, indeed, we are willing to cough up a lot of cash. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time, mostly Call of Duty, but we have been branching out slowly yet surely every so often to different games. We've discussed a little bit of Battlefield 2042, which I am going to make more content for that. We discuss X-Define all the time when information drops for that game. So yeah, we do discuss other things. If you guys are interested, hit that bell so you can stay notified. And last but not least, if you guys do want to go ahead and check out any of my live streams, I do that pretty much daily over on Kick. That stream goes live between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern time, and we do host open lobbies. So if you guys want to, grind out Season 3 with me and, see my live impressions before we go ahead and make content for the YouTube channel, by all means, tune into the stream. I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right here, yes, again, as it happens every single time around, the day after Season 3 launch, Call of Duty and Season 3 Black Cell are the top 2 most downloaded items on Steam. It never fails. It never fails, ladies and gentlemen. Every single time they go ahead and drop a brand new Black Cell bundle, it is at the top sellers list on Steam. Every single time. It never misses. I can't understand it, to be honest with you guys, especially when, numbers are apparently dropping all the time for these games. You would think that it wouldn't be able to reach the top of these charts and that other games would just stomp them time and time and time again, but for some strange reason, the Black Cell pops off like no tomorrow. Basically, every time. I mean, they must be right. They must be right. Again, like I said in my other video, they probably have stats behind the scenes suggesting that black and gold is the way to go. That brings in the most money. I mean, it has to be. It has to be. They refuse to change from it, right? They keep it black and gold every single season since the introduction of Black Cell. Every time they drop it, it's black and gold with tiny accents here and there. Like this time around, it's blue, added on to the black and gold. But still, black and gold is the main theme. They're just making it too obvious that has to be the direction. They're jam-packed. They don't want to get creative with Black Cell. They don't want to go ahead and add more variety when it comes to the, the layout of how they plan the color schemes and stuff like that. They don't care. They simply don't care. They have stats showcasing that black and gold is what pops off, and they're going to stick with it, especially when those stats are probably paired with these type of numbers. If you guys want something unique, if you guys want something different, we have to slow down on these bundles. We have to show them that these bundles aren't it, and that we are craving a little bit more variety out of them, because it's getting to a point where it's bad. I mean, they are butchering the core battle pass. Now we can't even get unique stuff in the core battle pass. Before, I still didn't care for Black Cell, but at the end of the day, I had stuff to grind. Season 1 and Season 2 were phenomenal. It was a bunch of good, free content to obtain, And like I said before, the Battle Pass you can get time and time and time again. As long as you complete the full thing and get all the COD points, the next one is guaranteed to be free. Those COD points carry over, and you just recycle them. You go ahead, grind out the Battle Pass, and you get the next one. Grind out the next Battle Pass, get the next one, so on and so forth. The first couple of seasons were honestly great, in my opinion. And it put Black Cell to shame. I felt like the main core-based content looked 10 trillion times better than Black Cell in every way, shape, and form. But now, we are dealing with the same Black Cell skins, Again, nothing's changed. It's the same layout. But now, the base content is just horrible. It's almost like they're giving us no reason to go into the Battle Pass. They want us. They want their sales and their numbers to be higher and higher. And I wonder if that's also a reason why Black Cell is selling so high, especially this late into the life cycle of Modern Warfare 3. Let's be real here. Call of Duty isn't a game that lasts, and I'm going to be touching upon this topic a little bit later in this video. But Call of Duty isn't a game that lasts very long, 3-4 months tops sometimes. Season 3 here, typically, we're boiling down to the hardcore audience of Call of Duty, right? The fact that this still just gets an absurd amount of numbers means that, maybe people are getting bored of the base Battle Pass. They don't see any value in it anymore. They used to be able to avoid it, but now what else is there to go ahead and get? I'm not getting it personally. I'm not going to go ahead and buy it. I'm sticking with the base content. I'm just going to take what I can get that's free in the game. But still, it does seem that way. It seems like, you know, people are saying, well, it's nothing worth playing anymore. And I guess at that point, you might as well hop on a different game, right? But people still enjoy the Call of Duty flow here in Modern Warfare 3. Like me personally, you know, I like the gameplay that Sledgehammer Games has presented to us. I think it's pretty dang good, especially out of the past 5-6 games now. This is probably my favorite out of that group. It's fun. I enjoy playing it, but that incentive to grind for the extra content that comes with every single season is not here with this one. And I feel like Season 3 is not going to last as long as it usually does because, you know, before, I wanted to go ahead and grind the Battle Pass along with all the other stuff that they introduced into it. But now, it's just a bunch of maps, which is great and all. I enjoy having a lot of maps. But the Battle Pass, like everything I'm unlocking in there is pointless. I just want the 2 weapons. That's it. The sniper and SMG. All the other skins, I don't even think I'm going to be using them. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think there's a single skin in that Battle Pass that I'm going to personally use over the other stuff that we've gotten in the events and, you know, all that other stuff, you know? Pointless. And usually 9 times out of 10, when they go ahead and form their own blueprints, they're not that fantastic. I usually always want to change the attachments anyway, so I just don't see much value in the Season 3 Battle Pass right now. And I think that's why Black Cell is pumping even more than usual. But the second bit of information here kind of goes along with why Black Cell is popping off as well. As you can see, Call of Duty is the most played game on PlayStation and remains the second most played game on Xbox after Season 3's launch. And I see a ton of comments saying that this isn't going to last. You know, this is short term. This is going to go away within a couple of weeks. And you're right. You know, if that's what you're thinking, you're right. You know, it's not really rocket science whatsoever. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Call of Duty is once again a game that you take in bursts. You know, yes, a lot of us have, you know, formed a little bit more of a hardcore mindset towards COD, but COD at the end of the day is usually a game that's going to last a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you might hop in like every other week or so and play a couple, maybe a few matches. You know, people don't grind it out as much as they used to, and the way they design these games is exactly in that format. You know, they used to give us freedom. You know, you used to be able to max out your prestiges, and you used to be able to go for everything within the game, right? You used to be able to play as long as you want, but they want you to have that mindset with COD now. It's formed differently. It's formed for you to come back every so often, every other day, you know, every week, every other week. You know, they want you to come back in bursts when new seasons drop and new content drops, and they want you to open up your pockets and, you know, give a ton of money. So yeah, obviously, Season 3, the hype isn't going to last long. I give it a couple of weeks, and the player count's probably going to go exactly back to where it, you know, was before. But the point that I want to make here is that this confirms to me that it is indeed a lot of casual people who are purchasing into the Black Cell, and that's why the numbers go up. People out there who don't care about this information, who don't care about the stats, the numbers, they don't care that Activision is, you know, bumping up the prices. Call of Duty isn't even on their radar. They could care less. Like I said, they have bigger problems in their lives than, you know, worrying about this corporation up in their prices. Again, you know, the hardcore audience, it sucks because we're getting more and more taken away from us, right? That's why we're angry that they're doing these things, because a game that we used to be able to grind is no longer that type of grindable game. It is now a game made for casual people to hop on, you know, every other week. But it's evolved, and our opinions don't really matter as much compared to the mass majority of other people out there who are very casual, who don't care, who will hop on, like, you know, once every couple of weeks, once a month. That's who they want. That's who they designed the game around, right? And that's why we get these big bursts every single season, because again, COD is designed around getting people to hop in short bursts. So when a new season comes, everybody pours back in, all the casuals hop back in, they purchase up all the things like the Black Cell bundles and all that stuff, and then they slowly leave as the season goes on, and then obviously it goes back to its hardcore audience, the player count dwindles. But that's the reason for a lot of this stuff here. The reason Black Cell pops off and the reason so many players come back into the experience of a new season is because, again, the game is wired to that audience. And it sucks, but that's just how I personally see it. Of course, go down to the comment section and leave your opinions down below. But until people stop purchasing into these extremely overpriced bundles, we're probably never going to see a change in the overall prices. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And don't forget, you can check out my live streams over on Kick. Usually goes live around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.